Hello, boys and girls. This is Underseal, of course, and I think I'm coming down with the man flu. At least it kind of feels like that in my throat and my nose and stuff like that. I'm all like stuck up and stuff. Is that even the right word? I don't think so. I need to go to English class again, I think. I think so very much. Yes, welcome to my shitty walk. That shit was like stuck in my mind now. Anyways, this commentary is not gonna be some awesome story or something like that. I'm really sorry. I know there's been some awesome stories I told you guys, and there's been some awesome commentary in the last videos, but this is something that you guys have been requesting a lot lately, and I think this is gonna to help about 90% of you guys watching this, because I would say 90% of you guys are my skill level or worse than me, and about 10% of you guys are my skill level or better than me, so you won't really be helped by my advice, but I'm gonna try to make the advice as good as possible, so it might even help a few of you guys who are better than me and as good as me, so to say, in the game. But it's mainly for the really noobish noobs, so to say, that don't really know what to do in FPS games, and I'm kind of new and stuff like that. And I mean, like, you're gonna get pooped on a lot in the beginning, and that fucking sucks. I know the feeling, trust me. I've been a noob once in a while, once in time too, and I'm pretty much still a little bit noobish in Black Ops, but I still can give some excellent advice when it comes to how to excel and become better in FPS games. And some of the most important stuff is knowing the maps and being aware of what's going around in your surroundings, aka reading the radar and kind of listening for sounds and stuff like that. And the best way of knowing how the map looks like and kind of learn all that good stuff, how to react to what's shown on the radar, is to play the game, of course. But you're doing it wrong if you're one of those noobs who think like, oh, I'm new at the game, I'm gonna sit in this corner, I'm gonna wait, and I'm gonna shoot people in the back because that's easy. No, that's not what you should do. I mean, sure, you probably get a lot more kills and less deaths than if you would run around like kind of a crazy headless chicken. But if you run around like a crazy headless chicken, you're gonna get to know exactly how the maps look like. You're gonna quickly realize where this is where enemies usually hide. This is where I can run to get good kills. This is where I can run to kind of go behind enemy lines, kind of circle around them in an easy way and stuff like that. And that is very important to know. So when you are new to a game, even if you have a lot of FPS experience like myself, the best thing to do in the beginning when you get the game is run around a hell of a lot and try to, of course, kill as many people as possible, but also see as much of the maps as possible, because it's first when you know the maps, know where the spawns are, know where enemies are going to camp and stuff like that, that's when you're going to be able to get good kills, good kill streaks without actually camping like a pussy. Yeah! And as you see, I'm doing pretty good here. I'm doing pretty good here. I'm pretty goddamn happy about this. I got myself a nice little load star, and I'm working on the kills right here, making sure my team is gonna win. And as you see, I mean, like, we're just 6 points ahead. So without me, I'm pretty sure my team probably would have lost, to be honest, because the enemy team did really good. They weren't noobs, so to say. But let's quickly move on to other tips. These are, as I said, very basic tips, but they're still extremely important. If you never heard about what ping is, I would suggest you Google it so you can read and get a better understanding about it. But basically, ping is the milliseconds, the thousandths of a second that it takes for the server or the information that your guy is shooting at someone or sees someone to actually reach the server and actually matter. So, for example, if you have a very high ping, you're gonna do worse. You're gonna get a worse score and you're not gonna have as much fun. So always play with as low ping as possible. This means that you should make sure to contact your broadband supplier and actually ask them to make sure your ping is as low as possible, because many broadband suppliers can actually make sure your ping is lower by sacrificing a little bit of upload speed or a little bit of download speed, and it's usually not that much you have to sacrifice just to get like 10 ping or 20 ping better. So it's definitely something I would recommend doing. And also make sure you're not downloading or uploading anything. For example, like that Steam doesn't update any games whilst you're playing, Black Ops 2 or similar like that, because if it does update something, for example, oh, you have Counter-Strike as well, and there's a new thing that you have to download for Counter-Strike, and it starts downloading it whilst you're playing Black Ops 2, that means that you are going to have a lot of lag due to ping. And also, for example, in Battlefield, when someone shoots you and you know you're behind a wall and the other guy should not have been able to see you and shoot you, that's because that person has a very high ping, so it's also a matter of annoying other people. And the same thing goes for, like, basically, if you have a bad ping and you run around a corner, people are gonna be able to kill you, even though you are around the corner and taking cover already, just because your ping is so bad, so that information has not been sent to the other people yet. So always play with as low ping as possible. As low ping as possible is always the best. I've seen some really retards that think that having a high ping is good, but no, having a low ping is good. In Black Ops you can't see the ping itself, you only see the bars, and the greener the bars are, the better, because green is good and red is bad. It's very, very simple like that. So always look for that. So if you have, for example, a yellow bar or an orange or a red bar, then you should not really play in that lobby, trust me, because you're gonna do better in a lobby where you have green bars instead. So another thing you really want to think about is FPS. This is the opposite compared to ping. FPS is where frames per second, and you want as many frames per second as possible. So, for example, you can increase your FPS per second by, for example, turning down the graphics or turning down the resolution on your game. And that's kind of my basic stuff that's gonna help you in all kinds of FPS games. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this is gonna help a lot of you guys to excel and become better at what you're playing. And as usual, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.